Alright, backing down. We're just gonna go. I'm trying to use Post-Burb so I can get it, get my go lives to more sites easier. Not today, not today, not today. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm just glad the multi-streaming's working, and I tried to make it so the chat hangs out on screen for a minute. So if I'm finally responding to stuff a little late, you can still read the text I'm responding to. Hey Deathlight, how's it going? Hey Zay, hey Malik. And over on YouTube, I see we got a handful too. Hello. Oh no, my chat unpopped. Alright. Howdy Motel. Hey Bootsy. Let's pop the chat out. That's what I want. Yes. Alright, fantastic. So, I'm gonna go ahead and drag everything back to my usual workspace, and, maybe, do I have, what? What's happening? Oh, I'm being a goof. There. Ooh, coffee. Alright, yeah, so basically, today, we're just gonna keep working on this one, and, see how far I can get. If I can get this finished, I will be happy. Don't know if I can. We'll find out. So yeah, just strap in and enjoy the ride, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask as always. I really want to see. I don't know if I can finish the line work on this today, but I feel like I want to try. All right. You know, I was like, oh, I don't know, the sword's gonna be kind of hard to draw, and now I'm like, yeah, let me at it. I feel like Scrappy-Doo, let me at it. I want to draw this sword today, let me at it. Like, no, calm down. You gotta be careful with sharp stuff. No, so actually, when I feel that way about stuff, I tend to save it for last. So I'm less excited about drawing her hand, obviously, and the sleeve is just, you know, I feel okay about the buckles and such, but then when I'm like, I see something like the sword where I'm like, yeah, I want to draw that. That's my carrot on the proverbial carrot on a stick, because I can't have real carrots, that'll make me sick. So instead we draw swords. That's the way it has to be, and I'm alright with it. Let me grab my magical pot of caffeine. And, well, actually, I'm gonna take the pot of coffee and I'm gonna pour it in my cup, and then I'm gonna pour it in my face. It's a very long and arduous task, but I must remain caffeinated, so. How's it going, everybody? It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week for most, yes. I have no sense of time. I run by D&D. That is my only metric. Wednesday streams and D&D are like literally my clock. They are my sun and my moon. I only know 2 days of the week. Alright. Oh, I'm staring this down. I got this. I don't know what I tried doing with the thing on her arm. I think it was just decoration. Is it fabric? I feel like that would be really hard to move if that were leather. I'm questioning all my life choices now. Nah, I'm just checking out where we're at. D&D time, but a single 20-minute battle can take days in D&D time. Yeah, actually. Some days there's a combat and I'm like, that's all we did? I'm so sorry. Oh, all right. Alright, I've got good news and I've got devastating news. The good news is I have my coffee. The devastating news is I tried to make a half cup, so I put in half of the coffee grounds. It put in the full amount of water. I will be able to drink my coffee to moisten my vocal cords without becoming an over-caffeinated gremlin, so we'll see how that goes. Watery coffee. It's still tasty. It's not beyond being god damn it, palatable. Yeah. It's just definitely not the kick in the balls I was looking for, you know? Like, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Just replace it with caffeine. Go to bed early tonight. It's the way she goes. All right. I don't want to do the line work. I do though. I just know it's gonna hurt my stupid wrist. Stop whining and work. Gosh. All right. Like, what am I complaining about? I like drawing. This is what it's like working for yourself sometimes, though, and you just have to be like, do the thing. I don't even dislike this. We're just having a hard day. My coffee has offended me. Alright. You know, I'm gonna move this into a standing position. I hate this chair. It's so loud. Alright. Oh no, I just stand over this. Oh, I don't like any of this. It's all squeaky. Alright. Alright. Do I have everything working? Alright. I think so. Swear to God, if I'm forgetting anything else, I'm gonna have to do without. Mm-hmm. Mm. I'll erase that part, I suppose. Wait. Did I open YouTube chat twice? I did. Alright. Alright. See, you want to know what did it? I was sitting there like, don't want to work, I want to work, I don't want to work. And I'm like, yeah. Think about how how excited Commissioner will be when you deliver update. I'm like, yeah. Think about getting stuff off of backlog, and I'm like, yeah. Just trying to get myself in the the right mindset. I give up. Today's a struggle. I don't know why. Fuck. Don't make me talk. Alright. I don't know about that. I just want to put a buckle here. I've drawn buckles so long I just do the line art directly on the strap. I'm like, this is where everything goes, the end. That's one of the benefits, I think, to the quote-unquote draw everyday advice. I feel like it's less about necessarily drawing every day being the point and like staying familiar with stuff, because that's one of the first things to go if I haven't been drawing in a while, is my ability to just kind of like visualize that buckle there and what I need to do. And then I have to do a rough sketch underneath, and then, you know, take some more time. It's like when you think about athletes, do you think before big games and like the Olympics that athletes are just like chilling and vegging? Like, no, they're not just naturally gifted. They might have something that gives them an advantage, or they might have a passion at it. But what makes them good is constantly building those muscles and keeping everything strong. And it might not be muscles, but it's still that hand-eye coordination that you're trying to keep fresh in the same way. How often do I calibrate my tablet or pen? Not as often as I should. Sometimes it really depends. I had one computer that was really bad about it, and I used to have to basically recalibrate quite often. I'm gonna guess that was some kind of driver issue I was having. I'm not sure. But I've long since used a new computer, new tablet, everything. So I think it's dependent on that, but if you feel like stuff isn't going where you feel like it should, the first thing you should check is your calibration. Like, like when I set up, what did I get that I had to set up? What happened? I don't know. I struggled with it. Did my driver crash? It was really bad, so I just don't remember. I just blocked out the memory of that stream. It's fine. I think that is what happened. And stuff wasn't working right. So if it wasn't just my driver being the issue, when stuff wasn't working, I might have gone and checked the calibration to see. But no, that was a whole different issue entirely. That was just my driver crashing. There's been times, though, where essentially... Alright, yeah, look at Scuts. You can see where her pen is compared to the circle, right? It's at, like, the very top. Rather than being in the center. So, like, when I make it really small, it's kind of underneath. So this is a good example is this is what actually happens when your pen's out of calibration. Because my pen tip isn't where the line is. But on my tablet screen, my physical pen is in the correct spot. But if you're if you're having trouble and you don't feel like lines are going where they should, or they're not being accurate to what, especially if it's one you've used a lot, it's a good indicator. You might want to check the drivers and see what's up. What do I do with this part? If it comes up to like something right here. Whoops. Too thick. Alright. I feel like I need to move my desk just because every time I change where I'm standing, I can hear the floor creak. I'm so sorry. Of course, I go and set up my office and I put my desk over the one spot that, like, screams when I stand on it. Ah, yes. Floorboard ASMR. Welcome to my stream. Yeah, you like hearing the floorboard? You're like, no, please, this is hell, make it stop. Scuts, no, I leave stream now. Hey, Nittany, how's it going? Ooh, tacos sound good, Death Life. Pay to stop. There's just a bit redeem on Twitch that's to make me stop stand. Like, that was so bad. We were playing D&D. I run a game on Fridays. And it's just like, I stopped and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm standing right over a floorboard and every time I move, it just creaks, and everybody was like, we know, we can hear you playing with it. I'm like, God damn it, sorry, son of a fuck. It's my fidget floorboard. I'm gonna learn how to play Beethoven on it because then I can't get copyrighted. No, no DMCA's there. What do I do? It's gonna be covered either way. Right. Alright. Hopefully that makes super clear to myself which parts I don't have to worry about. Fuck. That's all on the same layer. Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be really hard to save the sword till the end if I need to have what the hand's holding on to. I might have to at least draw the handle of it first, so I know what I'm putting the rest of it on. Also, if you saw how I picked that line up in the middle of the curve from so far back, if your shit's not calibrated, you're not going to be able to do that because it's not going to go where you think it will go. So if you're always wondering, make sure you're calibrated. And once again, it's that hand-eye coordination of knowing exactly where I put the thing. It's interesting. There's other things very similar, like spray paint. You kind of don't really understand exactly where it goes, but even if your pen was out of calibration, if it was out of calibration the same way, you would still kind of adapt and learn. But it's when your calibration changes. That's why you should calibrate all the time, so that you calibrate to a calibrated calibration. You calibrate? I'm gonna sit in the corner. I'm tired. I dealt with tech stuff the last 2 days. I think I just need to not. No more tech issues. Only art. Time for bimbo job. I do not like the other half. Should be good though. Nittany says, vibing in a dress and waiting for your partner to get home. Dude, I'm wearing... It's like getting to the season where it's gonna get too cold for dresses. So I'm like wearing the last of my sundresses. It's like raining outside, but I'm like, I feel like I can still justify this. I mean, you can't fucking beat it. It's just like you put on one article of clothing and you're good. Like, fucking excuse me, peak efficiency? You don't have to match shit. It is the top, it is the bottom. Give it to me? Like, yeah. Like, even when you're talking about having an efficient wardrobe of, I don't know, the same shirt and the same pants, you still have to put on a pair of pants and a shirt. You wear a dress, boom, one article of clothing. You're covered. Literally. As somebody who deals with days where I've been injured enough that, like, getting out of bed's rough on its own, I don't want to waste energy on getting dressed. Give me the pretty dresses. Everyone's like, oh, your dress is so pretty. And I'm like, thanks, I feel like shit, but at least I look styling. No more think, please. Yes, exactly. It's alright. I've been having Atlas help me, so I have reinforcement. It's just still... It's not my favorite part of the job, but there's nobody else to delegate it to, so I just have to suck it up and fucking do it. Yeah, it's good times. I would never trade working for myself. Oh gosh. We're getting weird today. I fried my brain thinking too hard for the last 2 days. And then figuring out multi-streaming. Yeah. I couldn't use the thing today I set up yesterday because we're still getting used to it. But that's a lot of tech updates. I'm doing a lot behind the scenes. I'm really trying. I'm doing the upgrades. Next, we're getting Carl Bot to post go lives for me so that I don't have to do that, because it's things like that I keep not having time to do, so I keep putting them off. But how much time in the long run would little Mr. Carl Bot save me if the little turtle guy got to post the posts and do the most? Let the turtle do his job. If the turtle does his job, I get to do mine. Trying to figure out how exactly I want to handle the Discord. For right now, there's already enough going on. I'm just keeping stuff where it's at on that front, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, one of these times you'll get to wear them out. I believe in you. One day. Somewhere, you will feel comfortable enough, I hope. Because, I don't know. Hey, they're just... Dresses are comfortable. Especially if they're a comfortable dress. I'm laughing at myself because, yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna repeat myself. It's fine. Huh? Wait. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. I thought I was having a dream about working on... Oh my gosh, I just had a moment. I had a dream I was working... I thought I had a dream I was working on a different commission last night, and it wasn't this one. But I actually was working on a different commission last night. It was kobolds. I was working on kobolds. Just sometimes, you have, a memory, and you're like, oh, that was a dream. And I was like, oh, no, that was a dream. And I'm like, wait a second. No, that wasn't a dream. The kobolds really were there. It's kobolds. All the way down, it's kobolds. Sorry, I think I'm doing a birthday stream this weekend. I want to, unless, I really fuck it up this time. Otherwise, we're out of my birthday month, and I'm just gonna completely not do it, because then yeah. So this Saturday, I should be on Twitch for a bit. We're gonna do a You Laugh, You Lose, and I don't know, there might be some other fun stuff, we'll see. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself, planning stuff, but I want it to be fun. And it might be fun to continue doing something like the kobold stack. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see. And I'm like, I have a few kobolds that I drew and I haven't done anything with, so if somebody shows up and they're like, I don't have a kobold, I can always be like, open my trench coat, be like, you need a kobold, kid. This one's blue, this one's green, this one has 4 horns. They're like, I'll take all your kobolds, please. They're like, cool. Skipping right to it. First you start off with 1, you're like, oh, it's just a little guy, he's just a small lizard, it's fine. And then because, you know, they're compact, then it's easy, you know, next thing you know, you're like, oh, I can just have 3 kobolds. That's like the size of one lizard folk. And then you end up like the crazy cat lady, but you're just they. Say you are the crazy cat lady of kobolds. Get your kobold fixed. He's a nuisance. I'm sorry. If you buy enough commissions from me, I bully you, I guess. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're insane for lizards. I mean, it's your fault entirely I draw so many of them. I drew 1 kobold one time, and next thing I know, everyone's like, wait, you draw kobolds? And I'm like, I guess I do now. Although, honestly, I feel like that's the way a lot of things I've done. Like, I get commissioned for something and then people are like, oh, wait, you do that? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. So then someone else comes and commissions me. And then other people see that now I've done it twice and they're like, oh, so you draw that? And I'm like, I guess. Next thing you know, I'm just a kobold printing press. No bully, please. Even though you're the one with the chimeras and the hybrids. Oh no, I bully you all the time. I bully you about how board dust can't roll good. I bully you that no matter how much I try to set your character up for success, she just rolls like shit. Like, Dust, why? Oh, because I'm using the paintbrush. I don't want the paintbrush. Alright. I think I want to smooth these out. One of the things you want to do for character designs, it looks like I explained this last time, maybe. I don't know. Is to kind of pick a shape or a design and make sure that you use it like throughout the design. So for this one, I've kind of gone off of the shape of the circle and the knee guards, making like kind of a diamond shape. And it kind of has the notches out of the side. So I kind of took that, and then I thought maybe having it symmetrical was kind of boring, so I just rounded the top part off. So that's basically from her knee guards. I decided that this is the shape I'm going to use on her. General things, which is why you see like this part would be behind there, but you can't see that it's rounded, but the belt buckle is kind of that shape. I'm probably going to try to do something here where these belt buckles also have like some kind of shape like that, you know? And then this kind of brooch here has the same shape as well. So it's finding small places. I might see if I can put something over here on the back of her hand as well. And then to really tie in that this is her weapon, this one also has a kind of more exaggerated, but it's still the rounded top, the pointed bottom, and then the indents on the side. So that's basically her design shape that I picked to roll with, if that makes sense, you know? And you can see I do that in a lot of different character designs I've done. I usually just find something I like or think suits the character pretty well. If the commissioner doesn't have anything in mind, I just find something I think looks good and I have fun with it. So, seems to work thus far. I'm a DM. Yeah, on Fridays I basically run a paid game because it's the only way I can actually like justify running one weekly, but it's been absolutely it's been an absolute delight to watch the characters just do what they do. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like here are the dominoes, I'm gonna eat popcorn, and now I have to figure out what this NPC's name is. It's a lot of fun. It gives my wrist a break too, so I'm not necessarily drawing. Dust can't roll good under pressure. She's our little ball of anxiety. Yes, yes. Sport says when a picture appeals to a certain group and then that group gets more of it and then you slowly slide into a niche. Yes, that has happened to me so often. That is how I accidentally drew pony art. That's how I accidentally drew various other, like, niches. And now it's like people come to me with kobolds, people come to me with armor, people come to me with goblins, people come to me with goth girls. You know what I like. We've gotten to a symbiotic relationship where you know what to bring, what will set the goblin mode off. Like, yes, I need to put more of this everywhere. Okay. You're like, Scots, no. Calm down. And I'm like, you can't. Like, you gave me a tip. I have an excuse to go ham. You can't stop me. Or if somebody's a Patreon or they're my streams all the time, I just have I'm like, whatever. It's my way of saying thanks and trying to give back. And especially if somebody's been waiting for a minute, I'm like, I try not to go so hardcore that I end up, like, creating a bigger back pile of work, necessarily. But, like, I've done it strategically this last round, where there's 2 commissions where they paid for sketches, and I essentially upgraded them to full line work, and I did not charge for the upgrade. But I am going to make sure that if I do line work going forward, I'm charging more for it, for my wrist's sake. So, in order to be able to charge what I think I should, I need a good enough example. So if I'm already doing something I'm getting good enough pay for, and somebody's been good enough to me, I'm like, here, you get the free upgrade so that I get the sample, you know? So I'm already paid for the work, they just might get a little bit extra work thrown in the mix. And it's been, like, the digital paint that I did. For the pony in the snow, this one was supposed to be a colored sketch, but I felt like doing the digital paint was where my inspiration was. And so I was like, hey, look, this is what I want to do with this. Is that okay? And I do it in various ways. Either it's doing something like a direct upgrade that way, or I spend a little bit of extra time on it. But it's, if there's been enough for me to push things forward, like especially where I'm trying to build my portfolio for digital paints. So again, it's something that I have more examples of and can do better pricing on for future commissions. It's kind of a way of doing both, because otherwise I don't have any examples of those. So I do like how this looks after I've come back to it. I did a little bit off stream, I think, but when I started to add like these little bits and these highlights where it looks I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I just have been waiting a minute to come back around to it so I can let all that frustration and confusion over the crystal texture go. And I can come back and look at the parts I really like. Alright, but otherwise, I'm just like trucking through. We're getting the backlog done, and then, I don't know. I was trying to look at what I can actually make per hour on art, and it's really frustrating. Because I can do okay, but the thing is, I can only draw for so long at one time. So it's... yeah, it's interesting trying to figure out the balance of what my rates need to be, but they haven't gone up in a minute, and everything in my life has like increased in cost. So my cost of living requires going up. Not to mention there's some other improvements and stuff I'd like to make, but they either require purchasing programs, or they require just more time. So I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Alright, so I can do it. What do I want to do next with that? I don't have the hand on, and I don't have the straps on the chest on. Speaking of Patreon. I have something for that. I need to upload it. Alright, let me write that down. I'm juggling too many things. It's alright. Ooh. Feel like you're responsible for the armor and kobolds. I think so, Zay. I think so. Motel asks, do I like DMing or being a player more? I honestly really like both for different reasons. I actually have had to put down my Thursday game for a moment and just like let the group know I need to walk away while I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now. I'm feeling really overwhelmed, and normally I do housework and stuff, and that's something where I can still devote enough of my focus and my attention to the game, but lately I've been having to like get rid of stuff and declutter, and so the end result has been needing my brain to think. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I need to step away for a minute. But I was playing a character named Lucy, my artificer, and I've always tried to make characters so far who were like my own, or they had, you know, some backstory or a story or something going along with them. And for the game that I was playing on Thursdays, we had some newer players and some who were more nervous role players, and so I'm like, okay, I need to have a character then to be like my DM's best friend. I'm gonna have the character that's going to provoke stuff, push stuff forward, be the instigator, bring everybody else in, so it's not just me. And that just, it feels like a lot, and I can't. But the thing that was so fun about it, though, it's the fact that Lucy is tied to the world, right? There was a different game, my first game I played with other people was Curse of Strahd, and I was kind of envious of how one of the players, he was playing a were-raven named Victor. And the player running Victor, I was so envious because Victor was just so much a part of the world, and Victor knew everything about things, and Victor was just like one of our favorite characters looking back, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, he's still something that we make jokes about like 3 years on, and that game's been long over. And I was just like, how did he do that? How did he know so much about the world? Like, how was Victor so stupid and so knowledgeable at the same time? And going through and playing Lucy, and playing somebody who's essentially, her actions are driven by wanting to fix something in the world, kind of like how Victor had stuff going on in the world. Lucy had stuff she was trying to investigate and fix, and so while she was kind of on her quest, you know, she's bringing everybody else along, and there were just those moments where I realized, I'm like, what would Lucy know? I don't know. I'm like, well, I would kind of assume that since she's a mechanic and she likes to fix things, maybe she knows what these things are, you know? And so I'm like, all right, let me take a look and see if I can tell what these things are. And so, you know, Lucy takes a look, and it's, you know, she ends up being right, but I just made like a random guess or something, and then our DM kind of lets it just be part of the lore then, because my character might know that thing, and the dice roll said that the answer was yes. And the fun way we do that is then that would kind of become part of the lore and part of something that that is true, which is how Victor felt so real in the world, because what he did had such an impact and an effect. But it wasn't because Victor knew anything in particular. It was because the person playing Victor made guesses about what Victor might or might not know, and when we rolled well around those, it just made him seem like his character was just this really smart, knowledgeable guy. And in reality, he was just pulling shit out of his ass and yes-anding. And I realized that. So Lucy's been very much that whole, gosh, I don't know. What would I know? I bet she'd know this. And we just roll, and sometimes she's like, I don't know shit, guys. You know? But sometimes she's like, oh yeah, these are will-o-wisps, and I'm gonna go and, we gotta be careful, we just gotta do it like this. And then everybody's like, whoa, Lucy, you know so much. And I'm just like, no, we're just making guesses. But I see it now, and it's fun. Like, I have put the least amount of forethought, I feel like, into making Lucy. I just knew she was she's a mechanic, she likes to fix stuff, and that's her jam. So she's wandering around the Feywild trying to fix things. And it's led for some adventures. And I really like that on the toes, just kind of like, I don't know. And trying to kind of make stuff up on the spot with my friends, and it's fun. But on the flip side, it's like on my Friday games, it's like getting to watch a little drama. And sometimes I'm sitting there waiting to say something, but they're just getting into it over something, and then somebody starts like pulling out some backstory shit, and I'm like, never mind, alright, I'm gonna put my sentence away, I'm gonna pull the popcorn out, and we're gonna watch what's gonna go down. And, you know, I kind of wait a moment for that to run its course and calm down, and then I'll kind of step back in and let the game run. But it's been really interesting trying to see what motivates the different characters and try to put those threads down, and then see like, oh, okay, these characters do this to a fault, and okay, so what would it be like if, you know, we explored their faults and found out what happens when that's, you know, that one thing gets taken too far. It's like, okay, we're gonna find out what happens when you're too trusting. But we have another character that is, you know, dealing with she just wants to smash everything. And so we've run into a few times where she's smashed things that she kind of regretted not having better impulse control over, and it's just fun. It's really fun. I didn't know where things were gonna go. We kind of did a little one-shot just to kind of have fun and see, and the group ended up just being a lot of fun, and really, really great roleplay moments are just like, I feel like I'm just watching a little movie. Oh man. And then the next time I get to break hearts, I'm like, oh no, we have consequences. And then that one's that part's stressful. Like, it's cool to be running a D&D, try again. It's cool to be running a D&D game, but it comes with a lot of responsibility of like with a character maybe running to a point where they've done something to a point of where you're kind to a fault, let's see what happens. Like, I really don't want any players to think any of the other players are upset with them, and I want to make sure that everything's, you know, very clear when it's just the characters being upset, so that we're not having any like out of game confusion. And so like I mean, honestly, more so for me, for a little bit for everybody else too, but to soothe my nerves that my players know, hey, this is supposed to be, you know, character development, this is supposed to be fun, we're not trying to like this shouldn't be like upsetting or feel upsetting, nobody should feel mad. And it's like, I think everything will be fine, but like, I need that reassurance that setting up that kind of drama or conflict between the characters isn't going to result in like upset at the table, because I'd feel responsible for that. So it comes with a lot. Whereas being a player, like, I have to worry about not upsetting other players with my direct actions, but otherwise, you know, there's not so much involved. Where as a DM, I'm trying to go, all right, I've got this many players, these players have these goals and these interests, how can I make sure that I'm still having something that is, you know, good and specific to their interests. I think I'm gonna make these smaller, they're too big. So I like both, and I really like playing one game and then running another, because I like having the duality of seeing behind the scenes as well as playing. Like, it keeps stuff fresh in a way where I can kind of understand from a player's perspective, where they might get bored or might get tired of certain things, or, you know, what's interesting to discover as a player. It's something where I feel like when you're not able to experience that from the other side, it's easy to forget. And it's funny because I play in the Thursday games as a player, but the DM from the Thursday games is a player in my Friday games. So we basically get to be a player in each other's games. Well, did for now. I'm taking a hiatus from Thursday, but yeah, it's really interesting. And I don't think that needs another one up top, actually. Or did it? Well, it did. Yeah, I should have one more. Whew. Uh-oh. Why do I feel so warm? Because it's been raining. It's just muggy. It's all humid. Alright, this should be the last one of the buckles. I used to feel like I had to redraw stuff like this, every single buckle, by hand, or else I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I finally learned. All right. I don't think I've saved. Alright, I am out of water. Give me just a second to grab some more and I'll be right back. Alright. Of course, as a GM, you can get a little frustrated with the players. Like in a game you helped run, they kept asking about stuff with the old world, so we made a character, and she was the brains behind almost everything. And then the players started to ask this woman that just came out of a stasis pod about what's happening in the modern. That's funny. Oh god, that kind of reminds me of how you guys just kind of started talking to like literally every statue. They're like, well, they might know something about the place. I'm like, god damn it, they were supposed to be decoration. Now I'm answering so many questions and making up names for people I didn't know. I'm like, oh no. There's so much here. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this. Sometimes, if I'm not sure how the line art is looking, I will just go do the flats. Because sometimes what you can't tell if it looks right there. Something about it being in color seems more obvious to me. I don't know. Ooh. I just want to work on the damn sword. Oh, alright. I wonder how close. How close can I get to finishing this, do you think? It's not our fault you can't tell the difference between a statue and a stone person. They're petrified. No, that was my lesson, and if you put something in the world, your players will interact with it. Don't put it in if you don't want them to touch it. If you say, oh yeah, and there's some guy standing next to a bush, they're gonna be like, why is he standing? Ooh, you said that bush must mean something. We're gonna investigate the bush. Like, no. It was just part of the scenery I was describing. It's funny. I had a friend tell me about one time he had a group of friends he was playing with, and they were just stuck assuming that there was something behind this wall because he had described that the wall was there. And he tried to describe it, I think, as like this big, like, impassable wall, just, or like, you know, like it was part of like the background or whatever, and they're just like, but you said something about this wall, so is there a door, is there a secret door? And they like start trying to figure out, like, there must be something on the other side of this door, and he's just like, no, there is nothing there. I will reiterate, there is nothing over there. It's just fucking funny. Alright. I'm trying to think what else I've been doing lately. I've just been doing tech updates, and then I don't know. Drawing? I'm trying not to draw too much. I'm trying to do a birthday stream on Saturday, and I'm like, should I drag my mom into this? She was mentioning coming over to visit this weekend, and I was like, oh, but I'm doing a birthday stream. I was like, well. I'm gonna make this part blue. which things should be the same colors. Obviously the boots. The fuck? Alright, let's erase what's hanging out. Happy early birthday. Actually, oh, A, thank you. And B, my birthday was actually back on the 14th. I was going to have the celebration on the 15th, but I had tech issues. And I spent like a day and a half dealing with the driver issues. So I did not have time to do the prep I wanted to do. And then I was like, I'll do it next weekend. And then I had a memorial service to attend for my uncle. So I was like, I'm not gonna do a birthday thing this weekend, guys. Let's postpone it one more time so I can like separate it from family things and dealing with that. So it's a little belated, the celebration, but it's good. I'm glad. We're just gonna do a you laugh you lose comp with some goofy like punishment wheel things, and then I don't know, we might do Cobalt Tower, or maybe I'll do some goofy things, some silly doots. I'm trying to avoid doing too much drawing just so I don't like upset my wrist, but we'll see. Happy late birthday. Thank you. Tech is not gonna leave you alone, stealing precious booba time. It really sucked. I was trying to get my Bluetooth working so I could listen to the Bluetooth, like listen to music through my computer on my wireless headphones. I really don't like the wired ones. I wander away from my computer because I have to take them out, and then I don't have my drawing music playing in my ear to remind me I need to go back working. So I'm like, oh no, which is why I'm like, I have to stream or else I basically don't get work done because I can't listen to it. My whole system broke. I didn't realize how delicate and precarious of a balance I was in until my ecosystem stopped working. I'm like, oops. And then I did I forgot what I'm thinking about. I was trying to figure out if anything else is overlapping. Yes, I need to delete this stuff. Did I get a response? No. Let's see. So, if I don't have any confirmation on that, then I probably won't mess with it. Which means I'll just put that on a different layer for now and merge the rest. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Alright, let's paste that. Mean stuff. Let's hide the rounded knee things for now. Does everything else work? You just got paid, so all the money for gremlin activities? Hell yes, it'll definitely be a gremlin day. We might even play, dare I say, I might even play a video game. Gasp. Like, what a rare occurrence. I don't know if it'll be Baldur's Gate or something else. But we'll see. I figure if there's a time to play games for a little bit, it might be on that day. I'll try to be on most of Saturday. We will see. What else? Want to make sure those buckles are okay. This is looking pretty good so far. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's do the hand. Why? Because I don't wanna. Right. Gasp. Yeah, right? I really want to do, like, community game nights and stuff again once in a while. For a bit there, I was playing, like, Deep Rock Galactic and stuff once in a while when I could. I miss Deep Rock. Rock and stone. I want to be a little dwarf and run around and if you've played Deep Rock Galactic, what's your favorite? I usually end up playing the gunner. Oh, the driller is really fun. The driller is really fun. You can make tunnels to anywhere. You haven't played in ages? We should. I miss it. Let's see. Your fave is the booze. Like... But which dance is your favorite then? Are you in Camp Pirouette? You liked playing Scout a bunch because when you don't have to worry about the fall damage if you're fast enough. Otherwise, probably Gunner because... Yeah, the DPS is very satisfactory on that one. can't see because the game is too dark. Oh man, I feel that one. I always end up cranking my brightness up as high as I can go. I'm like, I don't care if this is supposed to be a game where like stuff comes out at me at the dark. I stare at a computer screen all day for my job. My eyes, I can't see shit. I'm not straining my eyes to try to. I must draw the butts. Can't draw butts if I can't see the butts to draw. Let's see. No, because that doesn't work, does it? Alright, I think I do have to draw the handle of the fucking sword. So, that's the main one. Those are the buckles. Alright, so let's take this one, name the sword. Always good for games to let you crank up the brightness, so if you want the immersion you can, but if you want to save your eyes you don't have to. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you really wanted to make me suffer, we could turn the brightness all the way down and I could make a speed run to go find a Reaper in Subnautica, but that would okay, you know what? The fact that my model can my model can adequately read the level of concern on my face there was at least one of the few things that's done accurately so far. You love Subnautica. Me too. I played it for the first time on the Switch, which I feel like did not have maybe the best depth on the graphics from what everyone was saying. And so, I'm really interested to see about maybe playing it again at some point. Especially if I have a chance to, play it on the computer. So I didn't get to play it in survival mode, because it was like, it was too hard to grab the fish with the thumbstick on the remote, you know? So what happened is I couldn't really gain the experience of the struggle of having to hunt for my fishy food. And that's, you know, it's a little sad. I feel like I missed out on some of the foraging experience I might have had otherwise. But it was really fun. I just, if I did play it again, I would probably play it with survival mode on. It keeps going on sale on Steam, and I keep wanting to fucking find a reason to get it. And I'm just like, eventually I'll get there. I have other work to do first. Maybe one day. But if I played it again, especially if it was out, that could be fun. Like, do it for like an anniversary for streaming, basically, because that was the first thing I really streamed. I rolled my ankle. I couldn't get around, and I'm like, I can't work. I guess I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch. What game should I play? And Subnautica had been brought up multiple times. having a good soundtrack and just in general being a good game. So I was like, all right, you got me. Let me see. And yeah, so I don't know. We'd have those nostalgia points back in the old days. Trying to remember the song Running. I think it's Raining Somewhere Else remix. So much Undertale music gets redone. Really? Some people play VR Subnautica, but that would be insane. Oh no! I mean, I would have to end up getting a VR model to do it in the first place, but I could see that being terrifying. That would be terrifying. Can't believe you missed them. You think you only caught part of one? Aw. They were a lot of fun. I feel like I enjoyed it. There was a lot of a lot of it was fun because it was my first time playing it though, and you guys got to share a lot of the, oh, have you tried this yet? Have you tried that yet? So like I feel like to some degree it wouldn't necessarily be the same. But I also haven't played it in so long. So while some of the surprises wouldn't be there, I do feel like the anxiety of the Reapers would be fresh and just as terrifying after this far away. Especially if I start a new game and I'm not like... I don't have anything to boop it in the face with. Because later they're not so bad. Later they're fine. First thing in the game, they're terrifying. Have I played Subnautica Below Zero? I started to, and I got a good bit through. I think when I started packing for the move here, that I had to put that one down though, and stop playing it. It just didn't have the same emotional impact, I feel like, that the other game had. It wasn't quite as fun. It was really cool though. I saw a thing about brinicles the other day and they're like, did you know about these? And I'm like, yes I did, because they're in the game and don't touch them. All right. I've drawn part of a sword. I want to, but I'm gonna have to go and run this by, so if I don't get replies, it'll be what it is, I suppose. Spork says, you like both of the games, so you never really thought about which one you liked more? That's fair. I thought Below Zero was cool, but the surface exploration, I think, that one had a lot more surface exploration in it, in a way where it didn't feel as novel. Like, I wish Below Zero had less time above ground and more time below it. That's what I think was really charming about the original game. In addition to the fact that the first one had such, like, it had an emotional storyline that just kind of like hit you out of nowhere. It's just like, boom, did you know you had feelings? Are you gonna cry now? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tear up just a little bit. Oh my god, my feelings, you punched them. And that really stuck with me, you know? And I didn't finish Below Zero, so I feel like maybe it's hard for me to say whether or not that game has that same emotional punch to it, but I just don't think it does. I don't think that makes Below Zero a bad game. It just means that I played one game and it set the standard really high. And I mean, the sequels usually have a lot to live up to. You can grant them some grace. What else do I want to do? Like these little hip things over here. The original Below Zero had a better storyline, in your opinion. They changed it and made it more hand-holdy. You had the beta of Below Zero. That's really cool and also really unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, save. File save. File save. File save. Yeah. Woo. Let's see. Oh no, I need to stretch. Oh, my shoulder. So there's a knot at the bottom of my shoulder blade from drawing. And I realized when I tried to stretch my back yesterday, in my old drawing chair, I suddenly realized what I was trying to do. I was crushing the knotted muscle at the bottom of my shoulder blade between the top of my chair and my shoulder blade to try to massage it out. So I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of this chair. I need to rip. I'm like, oh no, this one's too soft. I can't do it. The other one's very firm. In the current, they have like the space station talking to you. It gives you a safety net, but it lets them explore a different angle. In the original, they made it more like the original game where shit went down and you're on your own. See, I really, really liked that because it was sort of like a mystery aspect of it, but it was happening to you, which made it super relevant. Where in the second game, it was still a mystery. You're still trying to uncover what happened to the scientists at the site, but it's less involved because the mystery is not around you. It's about uncovering what happened to these other people. So I could totally see if you were back in the center of the story like that again, how it would be like way more riveting. Trying to figure out what is going on, getting dropped in out of nowhere is kind of thrilling in a fun way where you're just like, what? I'm in the ocean now. All right. What's gonna happen? And then yeah, the second one I can see what you mean about the hand-holdy bit. That's a very good description of it for sure. Man, I crushed that whole sentence together beautifully. All right. What next? I need to sketch her hand, save the sword for a minute, and then I think I'm going to start on her hood. Yeah, and then I'm going to take the hood up and I'll modify that piece of the clothing to make the bottom portion for the hood down. And then I'll finish her horns. So cool. Do it that way. Do. Spork says, I just checked and you do have more hours in Below Zero, but that's also because you played the game multiple times as they changed the story. 107 versus 73? Really? Alright, yeah, I really have to stretch or else, I need just a minute. I'm gonna stretch out my forearm and, my shoulder so that we can go ahead and keep this going. Yeah, I think what I am gonna do is come back, I'm gonna sketch the hand. I'm gonna get a reference photo for this while I'm gone. I'm just gonna find something that's like handle sized and get a picture, and then I'm going to come back and we're gonna do that rough sketch and I'm gonna work on that. Let me leave myself those notes because you know I'm gonna wander away, I'm gonna stretch and I'm gonna forget. So we're gonna do sketch hand number 1. That's my number 2. All right, cool. We're gonna stay on task if it's the last thing I do. Alright, I'm gonna save. Alright, cool. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna stretch it all out and then get right back to this. I really want to see this getting as close to done as I can today. I'm so excited. Yes. Alright, I am back. I'm tangled. I'm tangled in my earphones and I don't like it. All right. I'm sorry. There's a reason I spent a whole day trying to get my wireless earbuds to work. And it's because I cannot. This is all. This. Yes. Technical difficulties with my setup. I didn't get a ref photo. Fuck. I did grab a thing though. Hold on. If you're ever struggling, just grab a ref photo if you can. Especially hands. Refs are friend, not food. What is that from? Shark Tale? Is that what it was? I think I've literally only seen that one time. Finding Nemo? only saw the first 10 minutes of Finding Nemo 1,000 times. I saw the full movie maybe like 5 times. I never saw it again because I had to watch 10 minutes of it on repeat. You know, if I'm like... I was babysitting for my cousins. You know, let me just say, whatever gets them to be chill, I'm like, alright, you know what? This is fine. Ooh, Pacific Rim's another one for some reason. I've seen, the beginning of a bunch, but not the whole movie. Although Pacific Rim was one that, like, I don't know, a lot of people were like, oh, that was dumb. I was like, oh, okay. So I went in expecting Pacific Rim to be, I almost just said Pacific Rim job. Zing! Demonetized. No. I call it that too, though. It's too funny not to. The whole premise is just giant monsters being fought by giant robots. And I'm fucking sorry, that's what the goddamn movie was. What else do you want it to be? A+, it did the job, it fit the description. I don't want anything more from it. Pacific Rim is just fun. It's a perfect just out of the shower joke. God damn it. I mean, that's where all the kaijus were coming from. What do you think they had to go do? There was a job at the rim on the Pacific they had to do. Big bots and kaiju are always fun. Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Take a rough photo if you have to. Alright, this is better-ish. Alright, I'm sorry. I can't let you guys in on the joke. It's fine. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna text my mom. That was gonna be funny. She's gonna be like, look at my sword. I just like, I don't know how to get it to you guys. I just took a dumb picture of shit. I'm like, this looks like handle size. So, you know, get your minds out of the gutter because I sent the photo to my mom. Okay. All right. How else are you supposed to fight the kaiju without the specific rim chops? Yeah. Need to get Art of Bailey testing her kaiju potions. Oh, I loved the sketch I did where I was playing with her having more of the alligator aspects over just having she's a hybrid of like pony and gator and very on the pony side of things, and I was just like, but what if more gator side of things? And then I'm just like, yes. Does this work? I hate drawing hands, but I love drawing hands, but I hate drawing hands. It's my hands. I feel like if you look at my drawing, my one flaw, I'm not too bad at same face. I could be better, but everybody has same hands. Everybody has my hands. I just take my own hand refs. So everybody just has my hands. I'm envious of the artists who can draw really good, like, squared off fingers. I think they do it in some, like, cartoon styles and stuff, and I'm just like, my brain won't. It doesn't want to comprehend. It's not. No. Yeah, same here, same here. Keep the gremlin energy strong. I hate drawing hands, but I'm gonna do it. So many of my old drawings from when I was in high school, they just have, like, arms and then, like, no hands. Not even just, like, bad hands. I would either, like, try to obscure them and hide them, or, like, oh man. There's this mermaid I remember drawing, and I just struggled over and over again with her hands, to the point that I just, like, drew a wave that was covering them, and every time I see it, I just remember that, where I was like, oh man. But at least when I made that compromise, I did at least finish that picture. Wait a second. What? No. What? No. What? I'm missing a sketchbook from, like, 8th grade. I haven't seen it because that picture's in it. It's a very specific one. I remember some of the other drawings in there. There's a very photorealistic horse that I spent way too much time drawing. Where the fuck is that one? It's a fake wood with a black spine and, like, a gold circle with an S on the front. What? Sorry, I'm just having a moment here on stream. Like, I just got, like, gobsmacked. I'm like, where the fuck is that sketchbook? Anyways, back. I'm done glitching. Back to your regularly scheduled stream. Alright. Oh no, Bailey. Is that what Bailey does, is make potions? I'm trying to remember. I guess I would have associated that with Bonnie because of the... Huh. Uh-oh. I'm missing it. Uh-oh. I need just a second, that made my nose run. Bootsy says, new art quest, find that specific sketchbook. Yeah, pretty much. I just, like, rearranged all of my, old art binders and sketchbooks and all of that, like, literally in the last year, since the beginning of the year at least. And I have not seen it. I'd recognize that one. And I had it back in like 7th to 8th grade because of what I drew in it happening there. The reason why I want that one is because in 7th to 8th grade is when I started to read manga and watch anime, and that's when I really started to transition art-wise from like photorealistic animals to trying to draw people, because I felt like the cartoon style was something I could break down easier. So there's a lot of like my first attempts at people in there, and like photorealistic people. I remember a lady with like short curly hair, and I don't think I drew her based off a picture. I want to know how that looks. You know what I mean? Where were my skills really at? What do I remember versus what that actually looks like? Sorry. I want that book. I need it. Bailey. Bonnie owns the barn. Yeah, okay. All right. Guardian of the Swamp. It helps people who get stuck or lost, but you get a lot of dead time, and she learned basic potion making from the last Guardian, so she just plays around with stuff on her downtime. That's fun. Alright, I'll remember that. I can draw her doing like she's cooking, or like you know, that the happy baker kind of vibe in her chill time, but instead of making cupcakes or cake, she's making potions to become giant scuts. Sorry. On the topic of D&D earlier, we used to stream it and we don't anymore. It's up on Atlas's YouTube, the bits that we were able to stream. But essentially I played Scuts here, but as my own homebrew race of Unibor, where she was half. We took stats of like orcs and orcs. Wait, did I just say orcs? I'm trying to look at a fucking hand. Unicorns and orcs? Whatever I said, that's what I meant to say. Damn it. I forgot everything, it's fine. I'm trying to find the photo on my phone again. Ah, fuck. No? Does it look good? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm laughing because usually to fuck it. Fuck. Stop saying fuck. Jeez. You think I didn't know any other words? Alright, so I'm gonna go like this. Just trying it one more time. Oh. Whoa. I thought my tablet was just gonna follow my damn lap. Oof. Yeah, I'm just filling in some flats, I guess. One day I will be on sooner for Wednesdays. Part of my problem is Tuesdays are when I do all my tech shit, so Wednesdays when I have tech goblins, I guess. I'm like, why does this keep happening? I'm like, oh, there might actually be a reason. Go figure. I try out new stuff, I add new things, I try to stream. Next streams might have some issues, so it's okay. It's a process. I need to fix her expression. So, in case you're thinking these colors look rather garish, and I'm like, wow, those are really bad color choices. Those are like really like, let me just add some bright red in. We'll have red, green, yellow. But I just usually fill stuff to fill stuff, and then later I'll come back through and sort of adjust the colors to where I need them to be. The main thing I do is block out things in color groups that I think will balance them out. So like whatever I choose to do these gemstone-y type centerpieces, I don't know if they're going to be gemstones or not. They could just be shiny silver points. So I'm going to leave them alone for the time being. But what I will do... pick out some of the bits I do think. So, what's happening? Oh my gosh!
Hey, welcome in Veryl's Ambition.
Hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Oh my god. Alright, YouTube, this is the emote explosion when you follow me on Twitch. I just want to chase all the little... Alright. Thank you so much for joining. Doesn't matter if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get monetization on YouTube right now. We're about 900 hours shy of the first monetization mark, where like you can have a membership thing. And we're about halfway to overall monetization, where these streams will then generate passive income for me. So give this stream a like, and I really appreciate you joining me. I love streaming, I love drawing, and I think it's great you can come be a part of what I do. That was great. Yeah. I just want my streams to make me happy. I want to enjoy my job. So when I get that little emote explosion over on Twitch, when somebody follows or subscribes, it's always fun. It's nice. I'm trying to add more of that stuff. I don't know if it'll let me do it for YouTube memberships or things like that. I'll have to see what I can... I don't even know. Like, if somebody follows me on YouTube, I don't think it shows you the same way. But, yeah. And if you are watching over on Twitch, I'm already monetized over there. So, if you're toughing it out through any of the ads, just know that those are pennies that add up. And every time I've gotten a payout from Twitch, it's been when I've really, really needed the little boost that month. So, seriously, every little bit means so fucking much, you have no idea. So, I think this is, like, this is actually pretty done. I mean, it's not perfect, but, closer to where it should be. Alright. Neat. Alright, let me save. And then I really have to use the restroom, I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just exist in a hunk of meat doing the best I fucking can. And the meat needs to get rid of excess water. I will be right back. Oops. Oh, thank you so much, Bootsy. I just came back. I'm gonna eat something real quick. Drawing hangry is bad. I'm gonna stay muted for a second while I'm drawing so you don't have to listen to me chew. Is it Veril's Ambition or Veril's Ambition? That's cool, that's cool. I like ambition. It's a good trait. That just made me spit sausage on my tablet. I know. You came in here and you didn't tell me you were watching? Wait. So can I draw the sword? Do you like it? Oh my gosh. I want to do the line art on the sword next, but I want to know if you like it. How does the hood look? Look, her face. I need to fix her face, but I really like how everything else is coming along so far. She's coming along like super fast. Not too fast, just fast enough. Let's see. Also, I'm doing the sword anyways, because it's next. Oh, no, you're fine. I don't really refine anything or spend too much time on it until I get confirmation. Except for the thing I drew for Zay. But I knew I was going overboard. I'm like, I'm keeping this concept as Zay doesn't want it. So, oh man, let me show it real quick. So I'm working on a Cobalt sheet. We're gonna go back to the future. We're gonna go back to doing it like a dragon style. but I just had like a real inspired, because one looks like good girl, one looks like bad girl, and so I was like, oh, what if good girl had like pretty butterfly thing, and I just went and like ran down the spiral. So I knew I was gonna have to completely redraw this. I had no idea whether or not. I think the mechanics, Zay, if you're there, I'm gonna try to use the same connection points in that mindset if that looks good. But I'm just gonna use this like butterfly wing design and see if I can put it on an artificer or something. Yeah. Anyways. Right? I adore it. And I totally understand that Zay wants me to change it and go with the different aesthetic. But when I had this idea, I had to chase the fucking muse. Oh shit, you just sat back down just to hear me shit talking you? No. Like I said, I knew I might, I might have gone off on a tangent that wasn't going to be what you wanted, but I wanted this tangent. So I'm just gonna recycle the idea somewhere else. Yeah, totally. Yeah, if they don't fit the aesthetic, they don't fit the aesthetic. I just couldn't leave the idea unpicked at. I figured you'd tell me to go back to the other one. So, like, I'm not mad about that. I usually put stuff on their own layers, and especially if I know I'm doing stuff that might be susceptible to changes. So we'll just go back to these type more. This looked so bat-like, and I was trying to find something that would work that way, and I don't know. I didn't find... I like this one here that's in the faint. But anyways, I tried to do stuff in a way where a lot of the modifications are fairly easy for me to do. Yeah, so if I just... I can sort of leave those. Yeah. So that's still basically the same connection points, just back to the dragon aesthetic. So that should be fine. But I'm gonna have to use the butterfly aesthetic for something. I'm definitely gonna make a artificer or something that's around that. I think that's super fun. Anyways, my whole point being that, like, when you asked me about changing the sword size, let me do... It's down here. Yeah. Maybe. Yes. So even right now, if you were to ask me if I could make the sword blade smaller or anything like that, so the way I'm telling you this because I think it's handy for other people to know too, if you're trying to do commissions and you want to be able to work with your commissioners and do stuff to give them what they want without it being a huge pain in your ass to make the modifications. I put stuff I'm not sure about on its own goddamn layer, and I don't go further than I'm sure. So I didn't take the sword to having this extra level of cleanup until we went through sword version 1, which was literally just, this is the handle, and this is the rough shape of the blade. I didn't go into any other detail. I didn't do anything else special. This is essentially a placeholder so that we could discuss whether to make it bigger or smaller or the like. But even now, with everything on the layer it's already on, it's still separate and nothing else is on it. So like if I needed to make this like a handheld dagger size, that's why I say if I have not started the line work on it, you can ask for changes. If stuff is in this red sketch phase, I can be doing line work over here. It might change how her hand holds stuff, but I haven't drawn line work there either. So for me and my customer, and anybody who's working with me, this is an acceptable stage to still ask for a modification if you were like, oh shit, I would actually like that to be smaller. I also have its own layer because I was going to ask if you want the weapon to the side, because I'm essentially drawing all the details, so like having the weapon and the side view as long as I make the weapon on its own layer, I can reutilize it. But yeah, like right now, if you were to ask me if I could, I'd make 1 or 2 changes to stuff where I've already done line work. Like if something's really bugging you, or if you're like, I don't know how I feel about the knee guards. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like looking at whether or not I want to redraw them or relook at how they're placed. So I don't mind if my commissioners bring stuff up, because sometimes I'm sitting there wondering whether or not I like it as well. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and start working on this. But yeah, that's how I basically try to make it workable for both commissioner and customer without it being a huge pain in the ass. Put it on its own layer until you're sure, and I kind of let stuff be moldable. That's why I check in at different points. Different people work different way. Like some people just want they get like 1 check-in, and what you get's what you get. And that's, I guess, fine if that's what people understand they're signing up for and what they're gonna get. For me, I just don't ever feel like I was satisfied with art back in the day when I did art trades and stuff. So yeah. Putting stuff on its own layer is good in general. Absolutely. The outfit so far looks fantastic. Fantastic. Spork says copy and paste like a pro. Hell yeah, I learned it on the buckles. It's a great way of making it super flexible for the customer without putting a lot of work on you. Yeah. That's why, like, I try to specify, I don't know how other artists work, because if they drew everything on the same layer, or they might... different stress levels, I guess, but I charge enough so I know we're going through a customization process. We're making a ref sheet. This character doesn't exist. We're gonna go through some slight iterations. So when you ask if I can make the sword a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger or do this or that, you're fine. For me, I have that planned in, and if you don't ask me to make the changes, I'll find things that bug me, like the knee guards, and I'll come back in and spend that time making fixes to things I think should be better. So I'm gonna do, let's see, let's do the handle first. Do shift? No. All right. And save often. Thank you, Bootsy. Thank you. You're quite the cheerleader. I appreciate it. Quick, someone do the redeem on Twitch so you throw myself at me. Veril says we might do a little more fine-tuning on the sword size just to make the weapon look like it'll flow more in combat, like thinning out the blade slightly. Oh, alright, yeah. Like narrower? Ah. Alright, thanks. Wait. Bootsy thinks the gnomes are funny. Does somebody gnome me? You have images you can show me? Heck yeah. Yeah. Anything you... Oh, headpads. Yeah. Oh, that's not gnomes, that's more sushi. I think it's called Wank Bang Barrage. It's too many gnomes. Don't do it! Please spare me. When I first made it, it was utterly broken. Oh no! And it was only 1 gold, or one Twitch redeem. And chat was spamming it, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't get in to turn it off. I think I have it uploaded as a clip somewhere. That was great. It was a good day. I was laughing. I was laughing so hard I couldn't open my eyes long enough to find the buttons to press. And then I'd start laughing again. And then I'd like have to start all over again trying to figure out where to go to change the cost of the redeem. It was fantastic. It was a great day. Why the fuck did I do that on stream? Oh fuck, Baldur's Gate crashed and I felt like I had to spill... Oh god. So Baldur's Gate crashed and I felt like I had to fill space, so I just made it on the fly during stream. And the result was that I was trying to make adjustments on the fly. So until I managed to make the adjustment of turning the price from 1,000... Is it Buttcoin? Please, I will draw a doodle for anyone who could come up with a better thing than Buttcoin, because it was Bitcoin, and I'm like, Buttcoin's better. I mean, I don't know, it's a better value than Bitcoin if you ask me. Maybe it should stay Buttcoin. Maybe, you tell me, what should my Twitch fucking, what should that be? I don't know what to call the currency. I don't like it. Buttcoin is pretty good. No, Buttcoin is peak? Okay, alright. Scutcoin is right there. I mean, I thought about Scutcoin, but Scut's butts, it's Buttcoin. Rim job. No, we're not calling. No! You have to save up all the rim job points so that you can turn me into a kaiju, and then chat gets to turn into a giant mech, and we'll figure out somehow a boss battle. I don't fucking know. Oh, fuck. Sorry, look, the giant scuts. Oh, that was the story. So we were playing D&D, and essentially, we just got to the point that we were trying to stack as many enlarge reduce spells as we could on scuts, on Unibor scuts, and eventually we just started making it a thing that she would get abilities that would just make her be able to get larger. So I wanted to get to the point that we had gargantuan scuts, and then like we could just have a battle on her like she was a cityscape. I don't know, maybe I could have played a different character for the one shot and she's just the fucking terrain. How cool of a battle would that have been? Anyways. Oh gosh, good times. Alright. Boar points is good if I end up leading into Scott's Boar more. I really want to make a... I want to make a push at more, another go at VTube Scuts. But I'm trying to have some of the art ready before I pay for the program again. Just to have it ready. So, I don't know. I do like Scott's Boar a lot. She's got a little more flavor than little plain old me. I'm just... I mean, Scuts was my little pony unicorn. Like, what more can I want from her? She looks exactly like that, but now anthro. And I do like that Scott's Boar offers a bit of a change. But I don't mind that Unicorn Scuts is Unicorn Scuts, because I really like unicorns anyways, you know? My mom likes unicorns. And they've always been something I liked to draw, and it's fine. I like being a unicorn. It's good. Plus my face is stabby. I'm gonna shank you with my forehead. Sent the general design you're thinking of. Sweet, thank you. Give me 1 second to check this out. Oh. Alright, hold on. Like the shape of the blade? Do 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 do. Alright, I'm gonna back up to there. Let me save. Honestly, having multiple OCs you can vibe with at different times is a mood. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Whenever I get excited and I get like I don't know, it's hard to do it, but like when I get really excited about stuff and I get that I get that tone. My mom calls it I turn into Unibor Scuts when I get excited about stuff, and I'm just like, "Ah, Mom." I love her. It's great. She's been so supportive. Not like first it was my art, and then it's like I guess I'm streaming now, and she's like, uh, I I I appreciate it so much that I do have that support there, because a lot of people try to do art without that kind of backup, and I do feel like I am really lucky on that front. Both of my parents are actually really supportive. So they both used to draw. Like my mom used to draw like fairies and unicorns, and I thought that was cool. And my dad used to draw stuff like dragons and like the guy from the Iron Maiden cover, Eddie, the skeleton guy, you know? And like there was this one drawing I remember finding where it was like this like creepy clown, like a tattoo or something, and it's like clawing out of the paper and stuff, and I was like, that's so cool. I want to be able to draw like that one day. There we go. That was the Unibor Scuts. That was so cool. And uh blue screen rebooting. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't know. The end. uh Do the roar. What roar? Oh man. I do miss Theros. I miss playing Unibor Scuts. Alright, taking a look at the new... I should make that a thing for my birthday stream, is that you can like make me do Scutsbor voice. One of the I think it's one of the punishment wheel ones. I decided I got so tired of Lyra calling me in Pokemon, and it was just like walk out of a fucking Poke Center and it's like bring 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 bring, your phone's ringing, and I'm like, oh, who's calling? Your BFF Lyra is calling. I'm like, god damn it. And eventually I'm reading the same stuff over and over. And it just got to the point where one day I just snapped and I decided that I was going to read Lyra's phone calls in like a Valley Girl voice. And so like it's like, oh my god. Did you my Meryl smells so bad. I didn't need to like give him a bath. OMG. I haven't done it in so long. It was just like anytime my phone rang, it's just like, oh no, it's time. So I put doing Lyra's voice as a redeem or a punishment or whatever. So I might have to add do Unibor Scuts as one of it too. Do voices. I mean, we do have the do the voice redeem. You do. Please, don't use the button that's there to torture me. Whatever would it be there for? Certainly not my own suffering and demise. Oh, gosh. It's actually one of my favorite things about, you could always make me sing. No! No, Keon's not here. That's his thing. I'm safe. It's fine. I'm still scared, and under threat for, one of these days when I play a game, Keon said they're just gonna sit and stream the whole day and, like, just redeem, the sing-song thing. I'm just gonna suffer for the whole video game. What are these? God. What fucking shape is this? It's a curve? On which side? The blade side. It does this. All right, so more like that. You're at 125,000 points, so many options. I need to add better redeems. Or stream more for you to redeem them. Alright, Alright, 7. What you got for me? How's this look? Because you said narrower, so should I bring this in a bit more? Have I heard of Warhammer 40K? A little bit. Turns out the change in blade shape immediately fixed any other hangups you had about the weapon. Oh, fantastic. All right. Oof. Would I be interested in designing a Necrons OC for you? Yeah, I'm most likely. They're pretty neat. That was actually the army my old roomie was trying to convince me to play a couple of years back. I was like staying with him for a bit, and I ended up like getting Atlas sent me his Sisters of Battle army for my birthday. I need to fucking paint it. I want to mod it. I need the time. I'm gonna stream it. Calm down, Scuts. Stop thinking about giving the ladies mohawks. Yes, anyways, Necrons and the Sons, the blue boys. Yeah, anyways, I do remember them. I'm trying to remember exactly what they look like, but yeah. Oh, I do not have $80 in paints. Or $80 for paints. I'm probably going to spend forever just trying to use some green stuff to give them all mohawks. And then one day, I will have the time to paint them and the money to not care. I shall dream. $80 for paints. Just wait till you see the cost for the plastic. 1,000 Suns. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't actually play Warhammer, and it's because the group of people who invited me to play has like a point limit for the army, and the army Atlas gave me with the Sisters, it needs some kind of tank, and it's like an $80 fucking tank. And I'm like, can I just like make a cardboard box and paint it real nice? Or like make a proxy so I can play? And my friend was like, no, it's only allowed if it's like store-bought. And I'm like, okay, it's not a tournament and I don't have a lot of money, so I guess I just won't play because I don't have $80 to buy a fucking tank. And then, like, the tank that I want with, like, all the stained glass and shit on it is apparently not the tank I should have for the army to play the game. And I'm like, well, this is dumb. I'm just gonna give the ladies mohawks and they'll look rad. That's all I need. Wallet Hammer is just a very rude game. GameWorks fucking sucks that way. Yeah, yeah. Cost is one reason you quit playing. Remind me. Oh, to send all the tabletop simulator files. Okay, all right. Am I good to go? On the sword. I've been wanting to draw it the whole stream. Please, please, please. I have been so good. Now I must bite. Please, let me do that sword. Tabletop Sim's the only reason you play. Fair enough, fair enough. Real reason you haven't got anything from them, yeah. Oh, you can play any game any army you want on Tabletop Simulator. That's good. I like that. I'll have to check it out. I'm just gonna start over entirely. Oops, that's not right. No. The wind is being windy. Ooh. All right. I don't want the power to go out. No. If it does, I'm gonna pout. 'Cause all I wanna do is draw my fucking art. Alright, what else? Oh man, do you ever have something happen where it's just so dumb? It's like, so I found a meme. I tried to I tried to share it with a friend. Then the meme, it wouldn't it wouldn't send. I'm already struggling. The meme wouldn't send. Or it sent, but anytime my friend clicked on it, the meme didn't show them. It wasn't the meme I sent. It was like some random, I think it was Reels or whatever. And I was like, no. So I'm trying to explain to them. I'm trying to explain to them the meme, to which I can barely make a sentence. No, I can barely make a word, let alone a sentence. And it basically got to the point where I just had to send them the meme again the next day for context to why I was like, I couldn't just let it go. Because then they had to know what I was absolutely losing my shit over. And then they were like, it's not a bad rendition if you weren't in a giggle fit the whole time you were trying to explain it. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I did. Glad I did all right. But I've never had to send them. I've wanted to send memes to people before, but at this point I felt like if I didn't send my friend this meme, like they were just gonna think that I'm a goofball. What is so fucking funny? And then it's just funnier because It was just funnier because it was funny. How hard I was laughing at it. So... Lord of the Rings memes get me every fucking time. Alright. I can't even... I guess I'm gonna have to put this in Discord later. I shouldn't have said anything because now I feel like I have to explain it again, but it's not for YouTube. You can also play Age of Sigmar, which is more fun because you can play Skaven! Yes! Or Very, Very Angry Dwarves. I can tell you right now, I really want to play Skaven. I was mad when I went, my friend was like, you should play Warhammer, and I was like, yeah! And we go look at the models, I'm like, can I play these? And he's like, no, that's Age of Sigmar. And I was like, what? And he's like, that's not 40K, that's a different one. And I was like, what? But these guys, and he's like, no, you have to pick a different army. And I'm looking at all like the mech suits and like I'm like, what? Where are the rat people? They're like, that's an Age of Sigmar. And I'm like, I don't like 40K, I don't want to play it. Give me Age of Sigmar, I want my ratty rats. Alright? Alright. Anyways, I will check out the tabletop sim. Apparently I feel really strong ways about rules I think are stupid. Why can't the Skaven fight the Thousand Sons? I know it doesn't make sense in the lore. I know it doesn't. Can I find a loophole? No, it's not even about that. It's about the rules for actually playing the armies against each other. I know. But they're dumb for not making work. They should make space rats. That's all I'm saying. They're missing out. Games Workshop is missing out by not having space rats. All right? Me and my hard opinions here. I'm usually, real easygoing, but makes me mad there's no rats in space, okay? All right? It's actually I think it's a problem Wizards, or not Wizards, is it Wizards? I can't think. I'm thinking about Sword. Anyways, they should do better. Give me rats. They have different rule systems. Yeah. Think Age of... Yep. I know there's reasons. I just think the reasons are not good enough. Make me a rat army and give it rules. They used to have space rats, but that's non-canon now. They fucked up. I'm just saying it. They fucked up. They had space rats and they got rid of them. They also had space dwarves and those are back again for some reason. Well, good. I think space dwarves are also awesome. They have space elves. What the fuck are the Eldar, right? Space elves. So why not have space dwarves? Now give me space Skaven. We're all right. Give Scuts the ratty rats. I ask for nothing. Please give me this one thing. This thing is rats. Like, are you sure you get one cast of Wish and this is what... Yes. Going to cast Wish and I would like all of the rats. I would like to become the Pied Piper, please. Also, Motel asked about how Pidge was doing. Speaking of, I mean, she's not my ratty rat, but, I was gonna say, I, was gonna get rats. I was thinking about it. I still might. But for now, I have a chicken named Pigeon. and I'll take it. She's adorable. Oh, so the update on Pidge is that so when I went to the memorial for my uncle this weekend, you know, it was like my grandma was sad, and so I'm like trying not to you know, be too heavy, and I was just like, oh, something talking to somebody about my chicken, and my grandma goes, oh, you have a chicken? And I went, yeah. And she's like, oh, I have a grand chicken? And I was like, oh, yes, let me go get my phone. I'll show you pictures. So I had to show my grandma her wait, I'm the grandkid. So it's her great grand pigeon. Yeah, Pidge is the great grandchild. A chicken named Pigeon in a bunny home. Yeah, she's in a bunny hutch. uh Technically, the Skaven exist in the universe. They just haven't emerged yet, which is more terrifying. What? To be fair, squats are nothing like the current Votan, or very horny space elves. Very, very horny spells. Yeah, I think they are very horny space elves as well. I mean, you just look at the designs and like I don't know who sculpted this, but they were horny. I'm a professional, I'd know. No. Oh, no, that's the Slaneshi armies. Jeez. I'm like, how you should have put more boobs on this actually. Very, 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 very horny space elves. Dude, you just look at they all have like the same vibes Asterion does. Literally, it's a whole army of Asterion. You're just like, ah, I'm being overtaken by the fuckboys. Can't withstand the horny elves. And then that's actually how the battles end. No one really tells you that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I will never play Warhammer, because I would just succumb to the horny elves. That's it. That's the real thing. Why did my music stop? Because I'm pressing my watch with my thighs. Okay. You know, thick thighs save lives. They also pause my music. For every positive, there must be a negative. They also destroy any pair of pants that I like. My poor leopard print pants. I'm scared to wear them again. They're like one thigh rub away from combusting, and I love them. So anyways, now that you know how I feel about the one pair of pants I wear, okay, I have to take my watch off. Why? We're just skipping songs now. Thankfully, you guys don't have to listen to the fucking chaos. Alright, let's do the other side of the sword. Oh my god. Just gonna duplicate the layer. I'm gonna suffer this weekend. I'm already practicing for Leroy. Oh my god. Save me. Alright, so I don't actually know where to put this. All right, let's see. All right, I'm just gonna erase all of this. Should be fine. Delete the ruler. Yeah. So I can hide that, and then just gonna scoot this ever so slightly. All right. What's actually left? I think it's just her hand. All right, where are we at? Let's do a little bit longer, like 10 more minutes or so. I guess I'm gonna start filling in the flats. Really. And then if the sword's good, I'm just gonna go ahead and merge the 3 pieces. Oh yeah. And then I guess I'm gonna go ahead and erase what is behind her body. I feel like I'm gonna have it go behind her cape though, so you can still see the bottom portion of it. I'm just gonna block what's going behind the leg. So from the cape over and the back end. And then since the blade is symmetrical. Wait. Am I pulling it over to the side for a reference since part of it's blocked? Just in case. I'm gonna merge it all and I'm just gonna duplicate and save one. So then we do whole sword so I can find it again. Because if I lose it, I will be mad. Just in case I will have to toggle every fucking layer later to find it. Let's avoid that. All right, so I think we got a good stretch done on this one. And then so I'm doing I'm doing another fucking story time because I'm taking a minute to get the commission one done. It's just slower going. So I'm not working on it. I am just having to kind of work on it in pieces because it's going to take a lot longer to put together. So we've got another story time coming up while I'm still working on how to do pricing. I spent a whole day where I was just going through all of my old commission sheets actually and finding what I was charging for stuff. And it was really interesting just to kind of see how much I probably need to raise my prices again because they have not gone up nearly enough. But I want to be able to catch up and have good turnaround times on stuff before I'm raising my prices. And then, I don't know. I still want to keep some stuff affordable because I know, like, stuff gets expensive. And, like, it's hard to be... It's why I do different, like, pay what you want streams and stuff. You don't get the same quality. Like, you're not going to get... line art and like you know stuff like this if you're only paying like 10 or 15 bucks you're gonna get a 10 or 15 bucks worth, but that can still be something, you know, and like those doodles are still fun. I don't like think that they're bad. They just it gives different price brackets. So if you want a big piece, you can try to afford a big piece. And if you want a small piece, you can get a small piece. And for those who are really big fans of my work, you can get little doodles of silly things, and then you can get big serious commissions. And I like not having every one of my commission types be so focus heavy. Like, I do like having loose and free sketches where I feel like I get to just kind of enjoy trying new things, or finding what I enjoy about a character's design and just getting to sort of chase that. All right, so I think I'm going to finish this cape bit, actually. Trying to make sure when I do end working on stuff for today that I leave myself in a spot where I know what the hell I was doing. I always hate when I pick up, I like get to the end of the stream and I'm like, all right, it's time, I'm done. And then next time I come back around, I'm like, wait, where the hell was I in my process? I have to start over. Okay, let's adventure. Let's find out. It's fine. It's part of it. All right, so bring this down here, connect that up there. And then I feel like this needs to still have some kind of, oops, no. Please? What's going on? Right, there's shit up here. Let's delete that. I feel like this should be maybe straight across there. All right. Leave that there. All right, where does the sword go? Ah. All right. All right, so I think what I have to do her horns, her hand, and the knee guards. I think that's it. Besides doing the flats, but I think everything else is pretty much drawn. Oops, that was... All right, so let me have a drink of water real quick. How long have I been muted? Oh no. Boatsy. Around 20 minutes. No. My goodness. That's fair. I'm so sorry about that, everyone. I must have bumped it or muted it to like drink some water and forgot. Um, you're checking your sound earlier to see why you couldn't hear me. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I was just admiring how far I got. And I was talking about how everything is on its own layers and it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, I'm super happy. Like, this is literally, I need to do like her horns and then her hand and the knees. But this is the hood down. This is the hood up. So I just kind of basically need a little bit of final touches here and there. Any more feedback, and then to like actually get the colors right on everything. But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Rad. Well, with that, I am over the time I meant to do, and I've accomplished the thing I meant to. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. If you enjoyed it, please, if you're over on YouTube, hit like and subscribe to the channel if you're not, because I'm almost there. I'm almost to monetization, and that would be super rad. And if you're over on Twitch, I appreciate it because I've already got monetization over there. So, if you're holding tight through the ads, that means the world. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. So if you don't use that on me, use it on somebody else. Oh, big stretch. All right. Make sure you stretch. Make sure you stay hydrated. And I'll catch you next time. We'll get some more good stuff done. All right. Oh yeah, and there's links below if you want to catch my my coffee or the Patreon to support the channel. So yeah. I'm gonna go edit and eat some food. Bye-bye.